Hopefully, you're off to a great start. Hopefully you're able to maybe take the dog on a walk or whatever pet you have. And
earlier in the morning, the better. Today's going to heat up a little bit more than yesterday. Had a high of around 84. Today we're going to be pushing 90.
Oh my God.
More so depending on where you live. So let's start with the good news and the fact that it's going to be another dry day. We've got this area. Yeah, it's not too bad, especially out there right now. Area of high pressure that is currently in control, which does mean we are anticipating another sunny day. A little bit of storm activity still developing back to our west. You can see that area of low pressure is bringing some scattered storms to places like Wichita. That will eventually head our way, but it doesn't look like it will impact us until very late in the day on Monday into the morning hours on Tuesday. So your forecast today, a very seasonal summer day, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be again on the upward trend, and the wind direction will shift a little around that area of high pressure. So that does mean we're tapping more so into a southwesterly wind flow. Yesterday it was more of a northwest wind, so that actually kept that humidity factor on the low side. I think you're going to notice it feeling a little more muggy today. 86 by the 3 o'clock hours. We head through 5 p.m. achieving those daytime highs that for most of us do get back into the upper 80s this afternoon, around 88 here in the city, and we'll go 89 in Greencastle. So everything looks pretty good as we go through the day today. You'll notice this as we put this into the future. In fact, as we roll into Monday, we keep the sky clear this evening as well as overnight. Monday, another mainly sunny day. Another hot day as well. It does look like Monday will be one of the hottest days in the extended forecast. We'll start off in the mid 60s and we are headed back to that 90-degree mark for a high here in Indy. Upper 80s for places like Lafayette to Muncie. We'll go 90 for your high in Greencastle, and even Bloomington up to 91 tomorrow. Certainly going to be more muggy as well. We continue to track perhaps what's going to bring that better chance of rain for us here locally as we go through the next several days. This is still a tropical storm barrel that is out in the Gulf of Mexico, is tracking northwest at around 12 miles per hour. And this storm has stayed pretty consistent here at that tropical storm strength, expected to perhaps turn back into a Category 1 hurricane over the next 24 hours. That will then bring rain chances into places like Texas, areas well to the south of us here in central Indiana. But looking ahead, based on the latest storm tracks, the remnants of this system will bring some heavy rainfall to the St. Louis area by the late afternoon hours on Tuesday. If this storm track stays basically moving off to the north-northeast during the evening hours on Tuesday, we will likely start to see some of that heavier rain move in very late in the day on Tuesday, and then a very saturated setup, especially through the first part of the day on Wednesday. And based on this latest storm track, does look like it will move into northern parts of the state before eventually exiting Wednesday night into Thursday, and that could bring portions of northern and northwestern Indiana. Pretty significant amount of rainfall here. Could see an upwards of 1 inch to 2 inches here in the Indy Metro. That's going to take us all the way through the time this whole system departs Wednesday night into Thursday. Could see some isolated spots here though in northwest Indiana where we could potentially see an upwards of 3, possibly 4 inches of rainfall here going through the week. So want you to be prepared for this. Those isolated storm chances move in on Tuesday. Rain will then be likely on Wednesday, and then an isolated shower as that system exits Thursday. Temperatures recovering back through the 80s as the sky clears on Friday.